This is a steal for the Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers have re-signed a former Steeler as they look to sign their next franchise quarterback in free agency. On today's episode of Steelers Digest, we'll be diving right into the latest Pittsburgh Steelers rumors connecting Mason Rudolph back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. My name is Peyton Kleppe. Before we get right into this news, just click that subscribe button down below. 91% of our current viewers are not currently subscribed. We're going to get you guys the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news regarding free agency signings, draft rumors, regular season rumors, all of it. Let's get right into the video. We got a new face. Well, he's back in Pittsburgh, like we all kind of wanted. Steelers get back Mason Rudolph on a 2-year deal. This is big for us. These past couple weeks, past couple months, we've been looking for that next quarterback. And, this guy might not be the starter, but, we're going in the right direction. So the Pittsburgh Steelers get back Mason Rudolph on a 2-year deal worth $8 million. So Mason Rudolph comes back to Pittsburgh after his 1-year stint in Tennessee. Mason went down to Tennessee and he got a new opportunity like he wanted, but it did not work out for him as he expected. Dude had probably around 8 starts last year, 7, 8 starts, maybe even more. He had 9 passing touchdowns, 9 interceptions, so pretty even across the board. But he played like a backup quarterback in Tennessee, but he still got more game time, more starting time. So, this is a low risk, high reward signing, and we get back a great locker room guy, just a great chemistry guy, and a guy who knows our offense. So I'm happy the Steelers finally at least got another quarterback in the quarterback room. For a while, it was just Skylar Thompson and I think Kyle Allen. So the Pittsburgh Steelers bring back another familiar face. And this also makes it so the Pittsburgh Steelers we won't have a brand new quarterback room for the 3rd year in a row, because the past 2 years it's been Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Kyle Allen, and the year before that it was Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett, and Mitch Trubisky. So we get Mason back, but I don't expect him to be the full-time starter. Mason played with us in 2019 until 2023, and then last year he went down to Tennessee. And, he grew a lot with us. He's played for the Pittsburgh Steelers before. He knows what it's like to play in that black and gold and honor the Pittsburgh Steelers. But, he's not a franchise guy. Like, he's not going to bring us over the hump, if you could say that. Mason, he's kind of hit his ceiling already. So I still look for the Pittsburgh Steelers to bring in another quarterback, whether that is Aaron Rodgers, like we've all been expecting as well, or if that's going to be in the draft. I don't know. But I do expect them to bring somebody else in. But it does makes me feel a little better that we get Mason back, especially for the price tag we got him at for 2 years. We're only paying him $4 million. And, for a starter, that's great money to be paying your quarterback. That's nothing. But for a backup too, a capable backup, it's pretty great. So we're not going to have a brand new quarterback room. We do get a familiar face back. He does know the offense, and just getting back with GP and now with DK, I think this is probably the best option for Mason too. I know last year going into free agency, he was coming off pretty hot after his last starts in Pittsburgh. Other than that playoff loss against, I believe it was the Buffalo Bills in 2023, in that first round loss. Other than that game, Mason at the end of the season really changed the Pittsburgh Steelers in that 2023 season. When he did come in and play, he really changed the whole momentum of the team. When Kenny Pickett was relieved of his starting duties, Mason came in and he really just got that offense going. That Bengals game in 2023, he had him. We beat the brakes off him. It was like 31-10 with Mason at quarterback. I always remember he had that 70-yard touchdown to GP, like first couple plays of the game on offense. Mason, he's definitely went through a lot in his NFL career. Between getting knocked in the head by Myles Garrett with his own helmet, or Um, getting knocked out by Earl Thomas against the Baltimore Ravens, and then they're carrying him off the field with his helmet with no face mask. This guy has been through a lot of um, ups and downs. So it's just great to have a guy who's kind of been through everything back in the locker room just to maybe mentor the next guy. Mason knows what it's like to be in Pittsburgh. He knows what it's like to sit behind a legendary quarterback like Ben Roethlisberger. He knows what it's like to start. So, if we draft a young guy in the first or second round, Mason's the perfect guy to teach him back up to speed, or teach him to speed, teach him how it's like to be a pro in the NFL. Because Mason Rudolph's really seen it all. He's seen it all in Pittsburgh, and then he's seen it in Tennessee. He's seen what it's like to be on a good franchise like Pittsburgh. He's seen what it's like to be in Tennessee. So I think this guy will be a great teacher to whichever quarterback we get next. Regarding the Aaron Rodgers situation, I don't really have any new news about Aaron Rodgers. It's really just the ball's in his court at this moment. There's been some rumors of him wandering the beach in, I think it was California. There's pictures of him where he's got a blanket on and he's walking the beach, mulling his decision, or I don't know. Like I said before, this guy is a very strange cat, and he's gonna make his decision on his own time. There's gonna be probably a lot of different factors that go into it. So this decision probably won't be made anytime soon. I would say probably in the next couple weeks, just it will happen, but there's really no timeline for it to happen. The latest reports were just that he's just thinking over which situation he wants to go to, and a new report came out that it was not a money issue. It was pretty much that Rodgers just wants to figure out whether he wants to play in Pittsburgh or he wants to stay in New York, but for the Big Blue, or if he just wants to retire, or there's been a new party that has joined the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes. The Vikings are also a team that could bring in Aaron Rodgers, as they have J.J. McCarthy, but if he's not ready to play, he still needs to learn, or he's still injured. Aaron Rodgers is the perfect bridge quarterback right now. That's why three teams are really fighting over to get him, because the Giants have no quarterback, and they will probably bring in a young guy this draft if they don't get Hunter or Carter. So they're trying to get Aaron Rodgers. We're trying to get Aaron Rodgers because we probably want to bring in a guy in the draft to sit behind him as well. And then you got a team like the Vikings, who already has a young guy that could sit and learn behind one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. But they're trying to get him because they have probably the best situation out of the three of us. I mean, Minnesota last year, if Darnold wasn't that quarterback, if you put Aaron Rodgers in that offense with that defense and those wide receivers, oh man. I mean, I would love to have Rodgers on our team, but with all the prima donna diva stuff, it does kind of turn you off from that. But we will see where Aaron Rodgers goes. But we should be grateful. We do get Mason Rudolph back in the black and gold. That is all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much. If you guys have not subscribed already, click that subscribe button down below. Peace out. Go Steelers. Let's get that 7th Lombardi. Peace out, boys.